music, right? Yeah. So how you all enjoyed Friday? I hope you all enjoyed Friday. And then, of course, we have Friday again, and then we're going up until Carnival Friday. So remember to join us on the rooftop, all right? So it's now time for our weekly business breakfast segment. Today we are speaking with Dawn Nelson, founder and CEO of MyCashlessClass. Good morning, Dawn. Thank you very much for coming this morning.
Marlon. And good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. It's great to be back on Morning Edition.
Yes.
Wearing a different hat this morning, but still talking about the impact of digital transformation and digital payments and how that adds efficiency and convenience to our lives.
Yeah. Let's talk everything about MyCashlessClass.
All right, let's do it. So MyCashlessClass is an online marketplace. And if I have to tell you what an online marketplace is, think of Amazon. Even if you've never used Amazon, you've heard of it. So the concept of having a one-stop shop where you can find different stores with things that you need. We get that. So MyCashlessClass seeks to take that online marketplace concept and bring it to our schools. So instead of stores per se, we want to have school offices on MyCashlessClass. Why? Well, if you think about it, the school transactions that parents have to do on a daily basis involves them interacting with the school office. It might be to buy the PE jersey. It might be to pay for the field trip. It might be to get the workbook. All of these things. And it either requires you to send money with your child or make an online bank transfer or send in a check. And it requires still a degree of physical involvement of the parent.
Yes.
So let's follow a little journey this morning with two parents, Sean and Renata. Sean and Renata live in Arima. They have two children who go to school in Port of Spain. Renata works as a nurse in the Shogunas Health Center. So Sean drops Renata off, and then he drops the kids to school, and he heads to his job as a quantity surveyor down in, let's say, Chagaramas. One of the children calls like about 10 o'clock. Mommy, I forgot. Mommy, today was the last day to pay for. And now you have a choice to make. You can either get Sean to jump in his car and go to the school to give them the money, or Sean could try and get a hold of the school, call them on the phone to ask for a bly for today. Or Renata could now pay passage from Shogunas to get up to the school in Port of Spain. And now we're saying, with MyCashlessClass, why don't we make school transactions as smart as you are? Why don't we bring that into the digital realm? So rather than Sean or Renata having to move, we have the school office online. Everything that school office carries. You're seeing pictures of it, you're seeing prices. So Sean can now go online to MyCashlessClass, and he can locate his child's school under the schools tab. He can find the item that needs to be paid for, the field trip, the workbook, the PE jersey. If he's ordering uniforms or whatnot, he could select the size, he could select the color, he could select all of that. And now he can, without moving from where he is in Chagaramas, effect a transaction. So that's when you're out of school. And he can do that at any point during the day, from the comfort of his home, phone, or computer, or whilst on the go. So that is an easy solution to an emergency situation that all parents are familiar with.
So has the platform been launched already?
Oh yes, we launched it in June of last year, and we started going out to schools and talking to them about the convenience that can be realized through the MyCashlessClass online marketplace. And we're really excited. We had done some great work with the Roman Catholic Archdiocese, and they identified that in their transactions with their schools that fall underneath them, where they have religious material that they move from their catechetical bookstore into the Catholic schools, rather than doing that physically, they would now implement online digital storefront and have the Catholic schools be able to order their religious material directly. So we're about to start a pilot of 10 schools under the Catholic umbrella who will be utilizing this digital storefront for their Catholic bookstore.
Yeah. Is there an estimated time that you'd like, or the Archdiocese would like to see this implemented?
Well, the Catechetical bookstore is already live.
Okay.
So what we're going to be doing now is going out to the schools that have been identified on the pilot and helping them to understand the new ordering process. What we will be doing simultaneously is helping them create their own digital store so that they now can bring the convenience of digital transactions to the children in the school. And that is just one aspect of my cashless class. What about when the child is physically in school? We have the cafeteria, and the cafeteria is often a child's first independent interaction with a retail entity. That's when you give little Bobby or Susie $5 and they're able to go into the cafeteria and they're able to buy the chewing gum or they'll be able to buy the pie. What about if we take the concept of a reloadable phone card, right? I have it here. This is the MyCashlessClass student card. We print this. Bobby, Susan gets their own with a unique QR code. Instead of the 12 numbers that you would have on a phone card, you have that represented as a QR code. We give the school office or the cafeteria our app. And with that, they are able to scan this card and withdraw the funds from it. How do the funds get onto it? Mom, dad, they simply top it up, just like buying a phone card, with their debit card or even their credit card.
Yeah.
And now the child gets an experience of tapping to pay in school. In addition to the convenience, the cafeteria moves faster because rather than them having to take the money, turn around, make change, then go get the item, it totally speeds up that process. But now you could have a conversation with your child about the impact of digital transactions on convenience, on efficiency, and you start to form what is, I like to call, a digitally comfortable citizen. And that has a knock-on effect now. A digitally comfortable citizen sees life completely differently. They look for ways in which they can bring that convenience to everything that they do on a day-to-day basis.
All right. Let's get to that, what I'm seeing on the screen there, because I think that when people have to engage in transaction, they're always very concerned about confidentiality,
Absolutely.
their information. So speak about that. That's one. Then speak to that a parent, a student may be concerned that when they pay, that it gets to the right destination. And let me add on to that, if there's a mistake, what about refunds and so on?
What happens? So let's deal with the issue of safety, security, and handling of personal information first.
Yes.
My cashless class is powered by Visa. And as a global brand that has focused on maintaining the confidentiality of your payment transaction information, the details on your card, I never see the details on your card. What happens is Visa has what is called a decision manager. So when that transaction goes, hey, does Sandra have $10 in her debit card to be able to pay for this? That detail of the card details never goes through my cashless class.
Okay.
That stays with Visa. Visa, in their little box, in their decision manager, they look in and they say, yes, Sandra has $10, and then they send that answer out to us. So we never store card information. We never transmit card information on my cashless class. So we use Visa and the back end. What about if there's a mistake? Or what about if the money goes where it's supposed to go? This is the power of digital transactions. When you have a digital account, when the parent creates that account for their child, it is a unique ID only for that child. And all the transactions that are being done, you can log into that digital account and you can see them in real time. So if Susie is in the cafeteria, mom is in work, and Susie at lunchtime does a transaction for $10, mom can see immediately in the digital account belonging to Susie that the transaction has occurred. And we go a step further. We know that sometimes, unfortunately, taxing and bullying are a reality in our schools, a sad reality. But with the MyCashlessClass student card, when the card is scanned by the school office or by the cafeteria, they see a picture of the child. The picture of the child is not on the card.
Yeah.
But when the parent is registering for the account, they upload a picture of the child, allowing the school cafeteria to immediately do a visual verification that this is in fact the child. And to your last question, what happens if there's a mistake or a wrong amount or they bought something that they didn't want? Refunds are extremely easy using the visa processing capability that we have.
I see that you're speaking about credit cards. What about debit cards?
Absolutely. We prefer the debit cards. The debit cards are the most well distributed in Trinidad and Tobago. We only have less than a 25% proliferation of credit cards. Most people have a debit card. And if you come to say, well, what do I do if I don't have a debit card? Please get one. Get one. Because this is not just about your convenience. It's not just about being able to buy something in the school office or use it in the school cafeteria. What is the impact on a child's mindset when you make them digitally comfortable? That child, let's assume Sean and Renata, our parents, comes to July, August, and their bigger daughter, who's 16, wants to start up a little business. She can now maybe cover books and decide that she's going to put covering books as a service on MyCashlessClass. As she decides to do this and people start to use her service, she enlists some additional friends. And now you've got a small business starting up right there from the power of online transactions and the concept of digital efficiency.
Is this service available to, let's say, private schools?
Private, public schools, anyone. We're heading to Tobago at the end of this week to talk to a couple of vendors who want to list on the platform and put their services there.
When you say vendors, just normal vendors?
School-related products and services.
Okay,
that's
good.
our niche. So, for example, if you have someone who is sewing school uniforms, we'd love to talk to you. Because now a parent can sit in the comfort of their home, select the size, select the thing, and actually place an order. My own son, he's a DJ, and he enjoys being able to play at children's birthday parties and teens' birthday parties. We put his digital store onto MyCashlessClass. There's a mompreneur group who focuses on kids' business etiquette and training. They've listed on MyCashlessClass. So I really want to give a shout out to the various principals and PTAs who have been working with us and who have kind of made that mental shift to this being a new way to do things. But I always like to say MyCashlessClass is about addition, not subtraction. We don't need schools to change anything. They don't need to have any special equipment. The child doesn't need anything in school other than the MyCashlessClass student card, and the school office or the school cafeteria just needs a phone with an internet connection.
Is there a cost to the card?
There is a cost to the card. The card is $15. So the parent will
per year, an annual fee?
It's a one-time fee. If your child loses the card, well, you are going to have to get another one. Right?
Another 15.
Another 15.
So anyone requiring additional information, they can contact MyCashlessClass.com.
That's correct. You can message us directly from the the platform. You can also WhatsApp us at 741-2665, and we are on every social media channel. We're on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. You can message us from there as well.
Yeah, Dawn, thank you very much for coming
Thank
this morning.
So much,
It was good to
it's great
speak with you.
Back.
All right.
Thank you.
We're going to a break. We're coming back, everybody.